As I was running a business and trying to figure out my life, as we all were during the COVID-19 lockdowns, the side of me that needs to be around and talk to people was really suffering. As a raging extrovert, I found myself yearning for connection. Even though I had friends around me and thankfully someone I lived with, work-wise, there was no one anymore. I started to set up monthly calls with a few colleagues whose opinions I valued. I took on projects such as updating my website, newsletter, and other items. I realized I couldn't just sit isolated in my office. I had to work with others to co-create the future I wanted. It sounds simple, but during the pandemic, it wasn't as easy to remember. There was so much big change happening on the planet. Now more than ever, I'm certain that we can't do things alone, and we can't create change that matters solely by ourselves. And when we're leading change, we need to lead not from the front or back, but alongside our team. Whether we are initially on our own and trying to engage others in our ideas, or working in an organization with a team, we are alongside others. A note on terminology. Going forward, I'm going to use the word team. If you are in an organization, that may refer to the people who report to you or whom you work with. If you are trying to spark action and create change outside of that more formal structure, your team may be made up of a friend who is helping you, a bookkeeper, the person you see at the bank, a social media guru, and/or a colleague you bounce ideas off of. A team can be made up of anyone who supports you in creating the change that matters to you. Here are 4 tactics you can use to be heard and to co-create change. Tactic 1. Build trust by using clear language. When we use clear language and hold others accountable for using similar language, we build trust. Determine what is the appropriate language your team needs to hear and use it to engage them in the process of change. Remember, when we are under pressure, we frequently use language that isn't accurate and can sometimes be exaggerated. If you receive a report that has a few errors in it, do you say it's a disaster? Or do you say, this report has a few errors in it? Rationally, you know it has a few errors. But if you are under pressure to deliver it to your executive team, a project team, or for those of you in the public sector, the city council, this language may slip in. But it erodes trust. It provokes a defensive response, and it shows you as playing a little loose with the truth. Similarly, when someone has an issue, don't minimize it with your language. For example, if you use the term first world problems when someone else is having an issue they consider serious, it diminishes their experience. We're going to talk about this later. It's not always appropriate to set the context or help people get perspective when they are in the middle of something stressful. Instead, find out what you can do to help. As I said earlier, when you're leading alongside others, you're experiencing the same uncertainty about the future and discomfort with not knowing all the answers. Letting your team know that you are in this with them can be the greatest gift you give them. They will not feel alone. You all become part of the same team then. So tell them.